Okay, let's discuss past year. So this is the IGCSE February-March 2019. So this is the paper specifically for the India region. So very popular. They give you a question like this: chlorine gas reacts with 400 grams of titanium oxide, and then they give you the equation also. So IGs are very friendly. They always give you the equation. Okay, so all these are not very useful. You can always ignore this solid, gas, gas. You can just ignore. And then they start with calculate the relative formula mass of TiO2. So which means you just have to refer to the periodic table, Ti. So you go Ti here. Okay, let's look at here. Ti, titanium. Take the bigger number. There's 22 on top and 48 at the bottom. So take 48, okay, plus oxygen. Oxygen here, 16 is good. You remember or memorize oxygen is 16. It's very useful. So 16 plus 16. Okay, that's all. So relative mass is what we call just now MR. So use your calculator. 48 plus 16 plus 16. 80. Okay, so 80 without unit. Relative formula mass or relative mass, you do not need a unit. Then we move on to next. Calculate the number of moles in 400 grams of TiO2. So whenever you see number of moles, you go, oh, small n. Okay, given grams, given small m. So whenever you want to relate the mass and the number of moles, recall this formula: mass over molar mass. Okay, so since they want mole, which means they need this, so all you have to do is just plug in, put 400 grams here, divided by molar mass or the relative formula mass from top, here 80. So IGs, they always follow the flow. You can always take from the top and then move it here. Okay, so they give you marks for each step. So use your calculator. All right, there are 80, 5 grams. Okay, oops, sorry, 5 moles. Put 5 here. Okay, then we move on. Let's say determine the number of moles of Cl2 that reacts with 400 grams of TiO2. So number of moles, which means the small n. Okay, so which means find Cl2, chlorine gas is here. Okay, so refer to what you have here, 5. So 5 mole. Okay, so look at the number in front. You need to jump from one to another. Look at the number in front. Use the ratio. So this is 1 ratio 2 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 2. So immediately, if this is 5, if this is 2, 1 to 2, 5 will be 10 mole. That's all. So you just write here 10. Okay, easily. So you see the space is smaller, so they do not expect you to have calculations. Then we move on to calculate the volume of CaO2. Also from the top. So since you have the number of moles, the N, okay, they ask for the volume, the V. So use the formula V over 24, volume of gas. Okay, so since you want to find the V, times it over. So 10 times 24, that will give you 240. So what's the unit? dm cube. So you see it's already given here, 240 dm cube. So that is how a 4 marks question will look like in the IG. Okay, so a reminder, they'll give you an equation. All you have to learn here is learn how to jump from one chemical to another using the ratio.